Hi there, welcome to the Uke Stuff channel and welcome to this demonstration and tutorial of one of my ukulele chord melodies you can find for free at ukestuff.info. It's also available as part of a collection that you can buy at buymeacoffee.com/ukestuff, Apple Books, Amazon Kindle, and in print from Amazon as well. That would be El Condor Pasa. In this video, first of all, I'm going to demonstrate the song on GCEA ukulele, then I'll demonstrate on baritone DGBE ukulele. Then I'll do a tutorial for GCEA ukulele and then a tutorial for baritone DGBE ukulele. If you want to support the work on this channel, there are three things you can do. First of all, you can like this video. Second, you can subscribe to this channel and its sister channel, so the Uke Stuff channel and the Uke Playlongs channel. And third, you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you for making this content at www.buymeacoffee.com/ukestuff. All right, on GCEA ukulele, there are a couple of chord shapes here that you're going to use a lot. You will have your G minor chord, but you'll also have a modified G minor chord where the first finger is on the third string, second fret, and the other two fingers, the second and third fingers, are on the fourth and second string at the third fret, playing only strings 4, 3, and 2. You're also going to have a G minor chord built at the 5th fret. So the first finger goes on the first string, 5th fret, second finger goes on the second string, 6th fret, and the ring finger goes on the third string, 7th fret. Play strings 3, 2, and 1. That's another G minor chord. You're going to have a C minor chord barred at the 3rd fret, strings 3, 2, and 1. You're also going to have an E flat chord playing the G shape at the 10th fret. That one's going to come, you're going to have a B flat chord where the first finger is going to be on the first string, 8th fret, and the second and third finger is going to be on the 10th fret. That's going to happen. And you're also going to have a B flat chord at the 5th fret. So you'll play the G shape at the 5th fret, play strings 3, 2, 1. If you've got those chord shapes, that's most of this song. So we're going to start on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and then that alternative G minor shape, strings 4, 3, and 2. Now, I've been messing around with what's the best way to do this, and I'm not totally sure yet. But what I've been doing lately is I jump down to the 2nd string 2nd fret and then move my hand back to make that alternative G shape. Then 1st string open, full G minor chord, lift up, 1st string open, G minor chord again, 1st string 3rd fret, and then G minor chord at the 5th fret. Strings 3, 2, 1. Up to the 10th fret bar, down to the 1st string 8th fret, then down to the 5th fret. Back to the 10th fret bar, strings 3, 2, 1. Down to the 8th fret, then to the 5th fret again. Repeat the 1st string, bar at the 3rd fret, 1st string 1st fret, then that alternative G minor shape. Normal G minor shape. Back to that other one. And that's pretty much going to repeat. So 2nd string 2nd fret, alternative G shape, strings 4, 3, and 2. 2nd string 2nd fret, back to the G minor shape. 1st string open, G minor chord. 1st string open, G minor chord. 1st string 3rd fret, at the 5th fret, G minor chord, strings 3, 2, 1. Up to the 10th fret, bar, strings 3, 2, 1. 1st string 8th fret, at the 5th fret. Back to the 10th fret, down to the 8th fret, down to the 5th fret. Repeat the 1st string, bar at the 3rd fret, 1st string 1st fret, alternative G minor shape. Then bar at the 3rd fret, up to the 5th fret on the 1st string, back down to the 3rd fret, down to the 1st fret, and then a G minor alternate shape, strings 4, 3, and 2. Now, we're going to keep going, 1st string 1st fret, then at the 10th fret, make the G shape, strings 3, 2, 1, down to the 1st string 9th fret, back to the 10th fret, back down to the 9th fret on the 1st string, then up to the 10th fret, up to the 12th fret, and then because you're keeping your fingers there most of the time, the ring finger goes up to the 1st string 13th fret, down to the 12th fret, and then lift up to that G shape at the 10th fret. And you're going to stay right there, play that chord again, then up to the 13th fret, down to the 10th fret, and then 1st string 8th fret, 2nd fingers on the 10th fret. Repeat the 1st string up to the 10th fret, on the 1st string, back down to the 8th fret, and then a G shape at the 5th fret. That's going to repeat. 1st string 1st fret, up to the 10th fret, down to the 9th fret, back up, down, back up. Pinky goes down on the 1st string 12th fret, up to the 13th fret, play strings 3, 2, 1, down to the 12th fret, then lift up again, play strings 3, 2, 1, 1st string, up to the 13th, back down to the 10th fret, then 1st string 8th fret, 2 fingers on the 10th fret. Play the 1st string, put the pinky down on the 1st string 10th fret, back down to the 8th fret, then G shape at the 5th fret. Then 1st string 5th fret, 1st string 3rd fret, 1st string 1st fret, the alternate G shape. Now, if you're going to do the first ending, you do that, go up to the C minor, so play strings 3, 2, 1. 1st string 1st fret, back down the alternate G minor, then a full G minor, back down to G minor, and then you play 3rd string 2nd fret, and then go back to the whole thing. If you're going to play a second ending, you play that alternate G minor shape, up to the C minor, 1st string 1st fret, alternate G minor, full G minor, back down to the alternative G minor. And that is El Condor Pasa on GCEA Ukulele. Now this is a tutorial for baritone DGBE ukulele. Actually, this is a concert with baby baritone strings on it, so I can play it like a baritone. Just easier to, kind of go between instruments when I play concert normally. So the first thing is that we've got lots of D minor chords here. Let me show you a few of them. You've got your normal D minor chord. You also have an alternative D minor, which happens a lot, where the 1st finger is on the 3rd string 2nd fret and fingers 2 and 3 are on the 4th string 3rd fret, playing just strings 4, 3, and 2. You're also going to have a D minor shape at the 5th fret, so you're going to put the 1st finger on the 1st string 5th fret, 2nd finger on the 2nd string 6th fret, and the ring finger on the 3rd string 7th fret, playing strings 3, 2, 1. You'll also have one that's a bar at the 10th fret. And that's all the D minors that you have here. You are also going to have a G minor chord where you bar strings 3, 2, and 1 at the 3rd fret, and you just play strings 3, 2, and 1. Then you're also going to have some chords that are going to be pretty far up the neck. You're going to have a B flat chord at the 10th fret. So what you're going to do is play the D shape at the 10th fret, play strings 3, 2, 1. You're also going to have an F chord up here, so it's going to be the 1st string 8th fret and fingers 2 and 3 at the 10th fret, strings 3, 2, and 1. And then you're also going to have an F chord at the 5th fret, playing the D shape at the 5th fret, strings 3, 2, 1. If you can do those chords, you'll have the whole song basically. So let's do it. 3rd string 2nd fret, and then an alternative D minor shape, strings 4, 3, and 2. Now I've been moving my 1st finger over to the 2nd string 2nd fret, then coming back. 1st string open, full D minor chord. Lift up, 1st string open, D minor chord. 1st string 3rd fret, and then at the 5th fret, that next D minor shape. Strings 3, 2, 1, up to the 10th fret, next D minor shape. 1st string 8th fret, at the 5th fret, strings 3, 2, 1. Back up to the 10th fret, down to the 8th fret, back to the 5th fret. 1st string 5th fret, then you have a G minor shape. 1st string 1st fret, and then a D minor chord. Normal D minor chord, back to that other one. We're going to repeat that. Now, the 3rd string 2nd fret, D minor chord, strings 4, 3, and 2. Jump over to the 2nd string 2nd fret, back. 1st string open, D minor chord. 1st string open, D minor chord. 1st string 3rd fret, then up to the 5th fret. Up to the 10th fret. 1st string 8th fret, 5th fret. Back to the 10th fret. Down to the 8th fret. Back to the 5th fret. Repeat the 1st string, G minor. 1st string 1st fret, alternative D minor shape. Bar the 3rd frets for that G minor, strings 3, 2, 1. 1st string 5th fret, 1st string 3rd fret, 1st string 1st fret, and then that alternative D minor shape. Now we're going to do the second half of the song. 1st string 1st fret, then the D shape at the 10th fret. Down to the 1st string 9th fret, back up to the 10th fret. Back down, back up, play the chord. Up to the 12th fret, up to the 13th fret, play the chord. 12th fret, back down to the 10th fret. Up to the 13th fret, down to the 10th fret. Now, 1st finger goes on the 1st string 8th fret and fingers 2 on the 2nd and 3rd strings at the 10th fret. 1st string, pinky comes down on the 10th fret of the 1st string, back down to the 8th fret, and then you're going to make a D shape at the 5th fret, strings 3, 2, 1. That's going to happen again. 1st string 1st fret, up to the 10th fret, down to the 9th, back to the 10th fret, back down to the 9th, up to the 10th fret, 12th fret, up to the 13th fret, down to the 12th fret, down to the 10th fret, 10th fret, up to the 13th fret, back down to the 10th fret. Then we're going to put the 1st finger on the 1st string 8th fret and fingers 2 and 3 at the 10th fret. 1st string, pinky comes down to the 8th fret again. Then the D shape at the 5th fret. 1st string 5th fret, 1st string 3rd fret, 1st string 1st fret. And then that D minor, alternative, strings 4, 3, and 2. Now, if you're in the 1st ending, you play the G minor shape, 1st string 1st fret, that alternative D minor shape, and then a full D minor chord, and then back. Then 2nd string 2nd fret, and you'd go back. If you're going to play the 2nd ending, you'd play the D minor chord alternative, up to the G minor, 1st string 1st fret, D minor chord, full D minor chord, back down to the alternative D minor chord. And that's El Condor Pasa on baritone DGBE ukulele. Thank you so much for joining me for this demonstration and tutorial of El Condor Pasa, one of my ukulele chord melody arrangements. I hope you are having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.